Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. So I got a lot of questions on if my videos are improvised or mostly worked out beforehand. So I would have to say that most of my videos are improvised. I would say like 90% of them, I just sit down at the kit, I start playing, and I just see what happens and see where the sounds take me. And the way I do it is when I come in here, I warm up for like, let's say 5-10 minutes, and then I just turn the camera on, I start recording in Logic, and I just play for about half hour, an hour. And I just start something and I just see where that's going to take me. And then I choose the good parts of whatever, let's say that hour of playing. So that is the improvised part. And then sometimes there's things that happen in the videos, maybe a part that wasn't so good, but I really like an idea in there that I played, but maybe I didn't play it well because of an independence thing or a technical thing or whatever it is, something that I'm not used to. And then I'll take that and I'll just sit with it a bit and work it out, and then I'll start playing around that in whatever way that is, as a main theme of the video, or it could just be a fill that I use in the video. But even when I'm doing that, even though there is something preconceived in that, as soon as I start playing, I try to allow the sounds to take me where they go. And I just want to talk a little bit about this, about playing in the moment and playing really what you hear and what you feel. So this is what I really try to do when I'm in here in my room, or when I'm playing live with a band or in the studio. I really try to have like a blank sheet before I start playing and just see what comes out. I'll start with a sound and see where that takes me. And of course, when you're playing with a band, you know, you're playing music that has a form. So of course you have to play around that. But even in that, I'll just allow, you know, spontaneous things to happen. So I really just always listen to the sounds and see where that will take me. Sometimes I'll play the same pattern, the same fills, but the vibe of it and the energy of it will be different. So what I worked on to be able to play in the moment like this, because it is a different kind of playing as opposed to playing things that you already know, and that's what we do most of the time. So things from muscle memory, things that our body is used to playing. And this is not really playing in the moment and playing music. Playing in the moment means playing what you feel, whatever that is. So it might be something maybe technically that will be over your head, or independence-wise that will be over your head. And that's why we practice technique, we practice independence, we practice coordination, all that stuff. So when we go to express ourselves, it just comes out more effortlessly. So people that say that, you know, the more technique you have, the worse it is for your feel, for your groove, I have to say that I disagree with that. And I think that the more technique you have, technique is there just to allow you, when you use technique in this way, it allows you to express yourself at a higher level. So whatever it is that you're feeling or hearing, it allows you to mechanically play it on the drums. So a way that I practice this is, I'm just going to talk about now just the playing in the moment part. Because of course there is the technical part and the independence and all that, and I'll talk about that too. But just the improvised part of being able to play in the moment, I did this for like a while, you know, every day, and I still do it now. I just sit at the kit, I start with one sound, whatever that is, and I just allow that sound to take me to the next sound, whatever that is. Sometimes I could hit that sound and just sit there and listen and wait till something else happens. Wait for either a feeling or you hear a different thing coming out. So to do this, you really have to be present in the moment, listening to the sounds that are happening. Allow one sound to take you to the next sound. And when you start doing this exercise, I would really recommend you guys do this exercise, because it's an exercise that will really allow you to find your voice, to allow you to express yourself, and to allow you to let all the ideas that you have in you that are in there to come out. Because maybe they never came out. Maybe because you've always been playing from muscle memory. And this will allow you to really see what's in there and allow them to start coming out, and allow your body to start mechanically playing it on the drum set. Because there has to be a link there between what you hear and feel in your mind, and then it has to come out of your limbs to come out. And that is something that you can get better at by just doing it every day. So just start one sound. You could start with no time and very slow, just to get used to it. Then over time you could start adding a pulse, very slowly, a very slow pulse. You can even start with just quarter notes. Then you could start adding more and more notes. Because if you try and do it all at once, you're going to get frustrated and stuck. This is going to happen anyways. You're going to get frustrated and stuck because these are new things that are coming out of you that you're going to be playing. And then over time, you're going to see it's going to become easier and easier. It's also a very rewarding exercise because you're really letting everything go. To be in that moment, to be listening to the sounds and to allow things to happen, the thoughts have to stop in your head. And you're really just listening to the sounds, and it just feels really great. So on the other side of that, for the technical side, sometimes I'll show a student a new technique or a new grip, and at the beginning when you're let's say using a new grip, it could feel very awkward. So let's say you're used to playing in a certain way, and all of a sudden you have to change the way you hold the stick. It becomes very awkward and it doesn't feel good. And a lot of students ask me, yeah, I'm having problems when I play live. It's really getting in the way. I can't do it. It's not fun. And it's like, no way should you use these new techniques when you're playing live. When you're performing, forget about all technique. Forget about anything. You should be going on the stage with a blank slate in your head and just playing. So however you hold the stick, even if you hold it like this in the worst way possible, if that's the way you're holding it, do it that way just to express yourself. New techniques are for the practice room. And I just want to talk about, just to have an awareness of this, it takes a long time for you to internalize something, and it takes consistent practice of it. If you really want to internalize something to the point where, and this is the way we should be doing it, to the point where when you go on stage to perform, all the new things that you've learned just come out of you without you thinking about it, because you don't want to be thinking when you're playing live. You just want to be hearing. Thinking gets in the way. Thinking will block what you feel and hear to physically what you're going to be playing on the kit. So when you play live, you just want to express a direct feeling of what it is you're feeling and hearing. So in the practice room, when you practice a new technique, you just do it every day. When you go play live, you forget about it. Eventually, that new technique will seep into your playing naturally, without you thinking about it. And that's the point when you've internalized that technique and it's become a part of you. And not that the practice is done of that technique, you could still refine it and make it better. But at that point, you'll never forget it. It's become a part of you. So I hope you guys got something out of this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed the playing part of it too. And you know, in these videos I'm just giving you my insights and feelings on how I feel and how I see about expressing yourself, you know, on the drums and in music. And I'm not saying that this is the right way, I'm just giving you my perspective on how I see it. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.